lock it?
I definitely won't have that in history. I can't see anything. Our programs are shut down until September 3rd.
Second floor, planning, subdivision, general plans, department administration, third floor. Let's go to third floor. He's gonna wait for Casey. Hello. I have a question. Good. So this is code enforcement office right here?
Yes.
I want to see if you can help me with something really quick.
Okay, I can try.
All right. So.
Are you guys recording?
Yeah. I want to see if I could identify this guy right here.
I'm very new here, so I don't know if I can identify anyone.
He was last night at the Ross. I just wanted, for documentation purposes, I just want to see if I can get his name. I want to do an official records request.
An official record?
Yeah.
Let me see if she can help you, okay? Hold on.
Perfect. Let's see if I can get him identified. Yeah, those cards should be out here.
Hi, how are you, sir?
Not too bad. How you doing today?
Good, what's going on?
I was at a call last night, and I was asking for everyone's names and badge numbers so I can document the scene out there. Nothing bad. Nobody was doing anything wrong or anything like
Okay.
that. But I want to see if I can get his name.
Who's that?
This code enforcement officer right here.
It's not popping up. Oh, there we go.
My bad. It kind of gets dark.
This code enforcement officer?
Yes, sir.
Is Officer Frizzell?
Frizzell,
Yeah.
could you write it down for me?
Sure.
And possibly if he has like an ID or a badge number or something or identification number.
He's got an Edward number, but honestly, let me go look on the list and update it. Make
All right.
sure I have the right one.
Perfect.
Yeah, you would think those business cards would be out here.
Yeah, that's what I was
accessible
saying.
to the public. I guess they don't want anybody having the information. This is Bakersfield Code Enforcement.
Go ahead. Rest the legs. Perfect, man. Quick question.
Sure.
When I'm out there, there's been a couple times where I've encountered code enforcement out there, and
Hold on. I am
oh,
kind of hard of hearing. This thing
Okay.
doesn't help a whole lot. So
All right.
if you don't mind speaking up, I'd appreciate it.
Yes, sir, no problem. So there's been a couple times where I've been out there recording,
Uh-huh.
and I just try to document, and I respectfully asked for their names if
Sure.
they could identify. Is it a policy for court enforcement here for them to identify when they're out in public?
Absolutely.
Okay, a lot of them they seem to be really rude. They seem to be bothered just because I'm out there recording. I think they get the wrong idea.
Yeah.
There are some times where I've had videos where police officers get upset. We kind of have a back and forth. But for the most part, I try to be respectful as long as
Sure.
they respect my rights as well.
Yeah.
Are you the supervisor?
I am.
Can I get your name?
Absolutely. I'm David Paquette. I'm actually the manager for the.
Perfect. All right. I don't know if maybe you can maybe even have a meeting and just let them know that if we're out there, the public is out there, and we try to talk to them, engage, and have a conversation.
Shouldn't be an issue.
We don't
Shouldn't be an
mean,
issue.
yeah, we don't. I don't mean any harm. Me personally, I don't mean any
And-
disrespect or harm.
And as long as anyone who's filming or something, they're not interfering.
Right.
If they stay back out of the way.
Yeah.
It should never be a problem.
Yeah,
And they should not hesitate to give you your badge and their name.
Right. Me personally, I wait till everybody's pretty much done, and then I start talking to them, asking them and stuff like that. And I've had several instances where code enforcement, I don't know if they're considered officers or what, but
They're
code
code
enforcement,
enforcement officers, yeah.
code enforcement officers, where they seem to be bothered just because I'm out there and I ask, and they never want to identify when I ask them to.
Yeah.
And maybe if you can speak to them a little
We'll
bit.
cover that. Yeah. We've all had training and for First Amendment rights and
Right.
the right to film and
Man, while we're-
I think it's just sometimes it's uncomfortable, and there's some folks out there in the First Amendment audit stuff that aren't very respectful either, and we know a lot of times there's some people out there just trying to get a great video to get lots of views and everything else
Makes
like that.
sense.
So sometimes there's some agitation that goes on with it. But it all comes back to being professional. And
I am the biggest channel in California that does that. I was one of the first channels, and I try to bring an approach for other channels that come in behind me. I try to be respectful and have conversations because I want to find out what's going on in their mind. How do they conduct their job and stuff like that? So I try to conduct myself with respect, and and I've been known to be respectful along the way, and that's probably why I got such a large following. Do what I do.
What channel is your guys' channel?
You heard of San Joaquin?
San Joaquin?
Yeah.
It's just San Joaquin?
San Joaquin Valley Transparency.
I'm okay, San Joaquin Valley
Yeah.
Transparency. I'm not up to all those. I'm still kind of one of them old guys, so social
Right.
media and stuff. I dabble in a little bit of stuff,
Right,
so
right.
I'm not always up to it, but my kids are all over all those sites. So
Real quick, you mentioned the First Amendment.
Yes.
Do you happen to know the 5 fundamental freedoms of the
Oh,
First
and
Amendment
you're going to catch me that. Can you tell me the two that don't apply?
that don't apply? What do you mean that don't
Yeah,
apply?
that aren't covered under the First Amendment.
I'll say
The
this.
5 are the freedom of speech, freedom of the press, freedom of religion, freedom to assemble, and there's 5th one.
Everybody seems to miss that one.
I know. Help me.
Petition your government for
Petition your
redress of
government.
grievances.
Yes.
So you said that there's 2.
So there's basically 2, and I'd have to refresh my memory, but like for instance, the freedom of speech
Right.
doesn't allow you to engage in speech that incites violence.
Well, that's time, place, and manner.
Yeah. So, but there's the 5, and the second one, I don't remember that one either.
So did you know that the 9th Amendment reminds us that we may still have rights that are not enumerated in the first 8
Right.
amendments, right? So things that we don't even know may have not even been discussed. What's not forbidden is allowed.
Right.
And that's what the 9th Amendment covers. Not bad, huh?
Not bad.
Hey, man, I appreciate you, bro, for even knowing at least the 4 and for talking to me in a respectful way.
Absolutely.
And I hope that when I do see code enforcement out there, if I ask respectfully, or not even respectfully, if I ask,
The
they can.
unfortunate thing is one of my code enforcement officers used an example exactly how to interact because he did such a great job at taking time and providing that customer service and explaining to
Word.
someone else.
I have spoken to code enforcement from here as well who have been very respectful, and I do appreciate that. Some of your guys out there, they know who I am. They like, whoa, bro. They shake my hand, and that feels good, right? Because I'm not out there to just to show the bad, because I also upload the good interactions.
Right. So we appreciate that.
Man,
One other thing, can I add? Do you have the policy number that requires the code enforcement officers to identify it, like in your policy handbook? Can we get that from you?
Let me get that.
Take your time.
Let me get some information from you, and I'll get a copy to you. Let me go back in there and find it. I don't have it right here in front of me.
I can leave you my email.
Absolutely. Let's do that.
Yeah.
just
Perfect.
because I'm in the middle of some other stuff right now, and I'll find the exact policy number and be happy to share that with you.
All right. Hey, man, you have a good attitude, bro, and I appreciate it.
It's every day.
Another question: why aren't the cards out here?
I'm sorry?
Why are the cards, business cards, not out here, accessible to the public?
Oh, I don't know, probably just to keep an inventory of them.
Yeah.
They're always set. We have right there, and you should never have a problem with them getting handed out. And
Gotcha.
I mean, we've got all our contact information on it too. So it's got name, email address, office number, cell phone number.
Gotcha.
So no, I think it's probably just inventory control more than anything else. So a bunch of them walk off, but
Makes
yeah,
sense.
same thing.
There was one time when I was out there recording, and there was a code enforcement officer in the vehicle with the police officer, right? And as soon as I walked up, I seen the police officer lean over and tell him something. And as soon as he did that, you could see the face change of the code enforcement officer. And immediately I was like, "Hey, how you doing?" Ignored. And I waited. I gave him the benefit of the doubt. Waited, and I asked him for his name, if I can get his name. Ignored. I think the police officer put it in his mind that I was there to start trouble.
Are you sure it was
like
a
that.
code enforcement officer sitting in the seat on that one?
Well, you know, there are police officers, right, that wear the brown pants. There's is he considered a code enforcement officer, or is he a police officer?
No. What I'm saying, there's some different co-response type units in the
Right.
police department. So it's not always code enforcement that's riding as a unit there.
Right. Yeah. Right.
So-
But they were together in the vehicle.
Okay.
And so I seen the officer lean over to the code enforcement officer, and after that I was just ignored, and it's sad because he put it into his mind that I was almost like I was automatically a bad person, right? And
Well,
he didn't
and
give me that chance.
You have my contact information, so
Or-
if you have any issues with someone that fails to identify or you don't think
Cool.
conduct themselves professionally, anything,
Cool.
please let us know.
Yeah.
I will turn it over to the supervisor and we'll look into it.
Cool.
But-
And and I tell you what, man, like when I'm out there, I do my best to be respectful when I talk to them, and just maybe you can talk to them and let them know that as well, you know.
That's always the expectation.
Yeah, that way,
So-
what that action that cop did that day,
Yeah.
we could reverse that.
Well, and,
Hopefully,
and again, that's why I'd like to find out about it sooner rather than
Right.
later, because
That
maybe
makes
we can
sense.
track down exactly what that interaction was and see
Right.
if, it may be something completely unrelated. Don't know. It's
You're
kind
the
of hard to
kind-
backtrack and look into that right now, but if we have an issue like that.
You're the
we'll
kind of
talk.
supervisor I believe that needs to be in that position.
Well, I know. I appreciate it. I should hope that I've learned enough through the years to get me into the position I'm in to conduct myself the way it needs to be. But I'm going to be honest with you, I have bad days too.
Yeah.
We all do.
We all do. We all do.
We're human.
Absolutely.
Hey man.
Thank you for your time.
You have
You bet,
yourself an
guys.
amazing
Thank you.
weekend, bro. Yeah.
Guys, have a good one.
Hell yeah, bro.
Sorry, I hate talking through the glass because I'm deaf.
Hey, have an
What's
amazing
your name?
weekend, David.
Easy to remember.
San Joaquin.
CJ.
CJ?
Nate.
Nick?
Nate.
Nick.
Nate.
Nate.
Son-in-law. Oh, Nate. All right. See, I was going to be able to remember. It was my son. Junior? David Junior?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know. All right, guys. Have a good one.
You too.
Anything else?
Keep up the good
We're
work.
done, man.
Hey, I appreciate it.
Perfect. Appreciate you.
Oh, when did you, you
Record.
said this was last night?
Yeah, that was last night.
that one?
Yeah, he wasn't rude though. He wasn't rude. I did kind of ask, but they were walking away. Maybe he didn't hear me. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
But there have been some before as well. I just want to identify him just to put it into the video.
Yeah, should
You
never,
guys
should never
can't
be an
correct
issue.
actions if you don't know about them either, so that's
No,
another
absolutely.
reason why we tell you guys about
And
it.
that's why I say,
Yeah.
you never know what the outcome's going to be when we get these complaints. And obviously, I can't discuss personnel actions with anybody, but
Right.
we can't address an issue if we don't know about it. So
Right,
you're absolutely
man.
right.
Heck yeah, bro.
All right,
Thank
guys,
you.
have a
Thank
good
you.
one.
You too.
He's a great guy.
Yeah, that was cool.
I like his attitude.
Me too.
You guys know who this is, right? These two?
I sit down, start